children. We are here with our next video based on the topic area and perimeter. This is chapter number 10 in your evaluation 3, area and perimeter. Now from here, the first figure itself, I don't know whether you can make it out or no. There are two squares, but one square is filled up, shaded, checked, whatever you call it. That is an area of this particular square, and the boundaries are the perimeter of the square. This is not enough. We have got more slides. If you look here, there is a field outside a hut there. Now, if I say, what is the area of the field? The portion that is covered. If you can see my arrow, this portion that is lawn or whatever they are growing the seeds, doing the plantation is the area. And the around the border of this particular field is called as the perimeter. We have got more examples. Suppose I have this rectangle with me, and if the sides are given in centimeters, that is, this side is 4 centimeter and this is 7 centimeter. So in that particular case, we know in a rectangle the opposites, and also it's visible that this will be also 4 centimeter and this will be 7 centimeter. So in such situation, the perimeter of this rectangle will be 7 plus 4 plus 7 plus 4, the border. Okay, it will be 7 plus 4 plus 7 plus 4. So we are 7, 4, 7, 4, which gives me it to be 22 centimeters. Now suppose if you remember when we did the geometry chapter and we were talking about circle, we did a beautiful activity wherein we took a thread and we took a bangle and we moved the thread around the bangle, and then we measured the length of that thread that we moved around the bangle. And then I told you that that is the circumference of the circle. Basically, the perimeter of the circle is called as the circumference of the circle. The border length, we measured the length of the circle around using the thread because we don't have a circular scale. So we took a thread, we measured around, and then we kept thread straight on a scale, and we came to know what is the length of that particular thread, and that is called as the circumference, or yes, the perimeter of the circle. Here I have a rectangle shape again. We know in rectangle the opposite sides are same. So in this particular case, this is 7, this is 7, this is 15, and this is 15. The unit that is given is meter. Remember, they all should be in same unit. So if I want to find out the perimeter of this yellow rectangle, what I do is 15 plus 7 plus 15 plus 7. And that gives me the perimeter, that is 44 meters. So the perimeter of the rectangle here, the yellow rectangle given is 44. We are not looking on this area at all. See, generally when we talk, we say this is area. Your room, the floor space that you're using is the area of the room. The border line of the room is called as the perimeter. If you have a garden, if you put grass in that garden, so that particular area is where you have put the garden is called the area. But जो border line पर जब आप fencing करते हैं, या maybe एक specific plantation, you say, okay, I will decorate the complete rectangular path or the square path of my garden with one particular plantation, with one particular type of plant. So that means you're trying to cover the perimeter and not the area. See more. We may have some different shape also, and every shape in terms which is having proper edges, straight edges. Okay, the polygons. What are polygons? The closed figures made up of lines, segments. So with such edges only, with such shapes, we can find out the perimeter. Like in this case, it's a hexagon given here. Now this hexagon is having all sides as, sorry, it's not a hexagon, it's a pentagon. All sides as 6 centimeters. So this would be called as a regular pentagon, which has got all sides same length, and it is 6 centimeters. So 6 into 5 can be done, or add 6 5 times. So you get 30 centimeter as the perimeter of this particular pentagon. Now you have some very different shape here, but yes, whatever the shape is, it is made up of straight line segments. Yes, and the measure of each side is given. One is 5, one is 6, one is 9, one is 14, one is 9, another one is 4, 4. So no problem. We are going to pick up all the edges. The length of all the edges, 14 plus 9 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 9. I hope you're following. I'll pick up my arrow here. 14 plus 9 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 9, which gives me 51 centimeter as the perimeter of this orange shape. What more we have in store? Now let's see the area. The measurement of the space inside the shape. The measurement of the space inside a shape is called an area. Again, the measurement of the space inside a shape is area. You keep your compass on your copy or a plain sheet and you draw the boundary. एक pencil को circulate कर लिया. I will do this activity with you during the live session, and few more activities I will do it with you. No problem. So you will understand better with those activities in the live session. During the live session, I will write down a message, what all things you have to keep ready. We have one very good activity for the area of an object. Now here again, as I said, if you have a garden, you do some plantation in that garden, you are basically using the area of that garden. And if I put the fencing around that garden, that means I'm using the perimeter. So if you're asked what is the length of the perimeter or what is the length of the wire required to fence the perimeter, you should know, to fence the boundary of the garden, you should know the perimeter of that particular garden. And if I want to know how much grass I'm going to need to put on the garden, so that means I should know the area of the garden. When your house is being tiled, so the person, the labor who comes to tile the house, he measures the area of the floor and then decides the number of tiles you're going to need, and accordingly he charges you. Now there are two ways to find out the area. Divide the whole area in equal squares or use a formula. Divide the whole area in equal squares or use a formula. So just an introduction to this, more detailed study we are going to do in next videos and live sessions. Now suppose this is a rectangle with one side as 5 centimeter and other side as 3 centimeter. Again, the opposite sides are same, so this will be also 5 and this will be 3. Now, if I fill up this area with equal number of squares, sorry, not equal number of squares, equal sized squares. All the squares are of equal size. Okay, सारे squares का measurement same है. Let's say I don't know the measurement of the squares. It can be, you know it very well, that square ke all 4 sides are same. The square, all 4 sides length are same. So it can be 2 by 2, it can be 1 by 1, it can be 3 by 3. That is immaterial, right? We can just say unit. We can just call this particular side to be as of 1 unit. 1 unit by 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. We are not specifying, but I know all the squares of 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, and 1 unit. So I filled up this particular area with equal dimension square. No space is left at all. And now I'm going to count one, two, three, four, five, six, sorry, 6, give me a moment, children, please. I'll just use my stylus. So 1, so the number of squares that we count is 15. I'm sorry, my pen is not working. And why? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Sorry. Yeah, now it should work. 1. So it goes on like this. I counted and it's giving me 15 number of boxes. Okay, so here is 15 units. Why did I write 15 units? Why did I write 15 units? I wrote 15 boxes is equals to 15 units, but here I missed one thing. 15 units nahi, 15 square units I should write. Because I have filled up the area with squares. So I will not write 15 units, but I will write 15 square units. Okay. So this, we have to be very specific. 15 square, SQ units, because you're talking about squares. So I hope you are understanding this part. Don't worry, children. It's just an introduction to the topic. And of course, we will be doing it more thoroughly in a live session. So see, I have written here 3 units into 5 units. 3 units into 5 units is equals to 15 square units. 3 units into 5 units, like this 3. Ye 3 and ye 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so ye 3, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 units into 5 units, we are actually talking about 15 square units. Squares की बात कर रहे हैं. We are saying that our area is occupied by 15 square. What is that units? We have not specified it to be centimeter, meter, or anything of that sort. If I would have told you that every square is 1 by 1, 1. So then here 1 by 1 centimeter, then here it would have been 15 square centimeter. If I would have said this is 1 centimeter, and sorry for my writing here, and this is also 1 centimeter, matlab all 4 sides are 1, and this is also like this. So instead of writing units, I would have written square centimeter. This would have been 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. But क्या है ये भी? ये भी squares हैं. Okay. So it all right now for the examples we took just units. We are not specifying millimeters, centimeters or meters. So I hope children this part is clear with you. And with this I end my video. Please try to watch again if something is not clear, and be ready for your live session on Monday. We are going to do a few activity. I will let you all know what you have to be ready for the activity. And few of the children I'm seeing during the physical class, and of course the online parallel classes are going to run. So thank you children for watching the video. Have a good day.